So I'm pretty gobby in general. If people ask me a question, I can usually come up with an answer, either because I genuinely know the answer or because I can just kind of like pull threads out of the air and assemble something that vaguely looks like an answer. But recently I was asked a question by a journalist and I was completely stumped for a second, and it made me think a lot about how I approach my own personal style and how I've been subconsciously acting recently. So I wanted to talk to you about it. So the journalist was asking me about my project, The Year of Make Do, which is a project I did last year and then I've slightly modified for this year, where I gave up buying any clothes, not secondhand, not even knickers, like not bras, nothing, so that I could practice making my own clothes if I really wanted it, but also just to refresh my relationship with my own personal style and clothes in general. And her question was, how much money did you save then? And I was like, do you know what? I don't know. And it felt like a kind of curveball question, but then also like after a minute I was like, well, obviously she'd ask that because you've literally given up buying something. So she's asking, how much did you save from not buying things? And for me, the project was really not so much about wanting to be frugal with my money, although that is something that I have had to do at certain points in my life, but it was more about addressing my relationship with clothes and how imperfect it is, and also addressing my relationship with the planet. It wasn't that I wasn't willing to spend money on clothes if I thought they were genuinely a good investment and they'd last forever. Like that's something that I would like to do in the future. But also, not that clothes can last forever. Clothes are dying like the rest of us, slowly decomposing, but you know what I mean? Like I'm willing to spend money on objects if I think that they will give me the return that I want, not only when it comes to like lasting a long time and being well made, but also in that they're not going to fuck up the planet, because I also live on the planet. Like I live on this floor. this is the planet. The floor is the planet. The floor is made of lava, and I need that to exist as well, because there's no personal style on a dead planet. There's no capsule wardrobe on a dead planet, and there's no happy Lena on a dead planet. So I know that spending my money in a way that erodes the planet is, even if I was acting in a really selfish, self-preservation way, really sensible to avoid people who are destroying the floor on which I keep my wardrobe. And that was really the focus. So it made me think a little bit about where I did put my money that year. And I noticed a pattern. I wasn't consciously, I don't think, doing all the time, but because I wasn't able to add visually very much to my personal wardrobe and like how I looked when it came to clothes, it made me think more carefully about the other aspects that make up my appearance and what makes me feel like me. So I wanted to talk a little bit about those things that I've realised are important and I either spent money on during my year of Make Do that wasn't clothes, or have spent money on in the past and really felt the beneficial effects of during that year and this year too, where I'm really reeling back my clothes consumption, and see if it sparks any thoughts for you about how you spend money, what things you're genuinely really happy you spent money on, and things that you might think, actually, I want to stop buying this category of thing because I want to invest in this category of thing, because I think in the long run it will make me feel better about my personal style and how I express myself, but also because of the old planet problem. So here are the 5 things that I think have been really great investments for me that I don't think are talked about enough when we make the conversation all about giving stuff up and sacrificing stuff and like being absolved from some kind of sin of consumption, and more about like, if you don't do that, you can have these things, and these things will last you longer and make you feel better. And they might be different for you. That's another note. These are my things. I want to know what your things are, but these are my 5 things that I think when it comes to like personal style and like how I feel about myself, I'm like way happier to have spent money on these things than I would have done on the amount of money I might have spent on clothes during that year. So the first thing, visually impaired buddies, unite, are my glasses. I have spent a very long time trying to find glasses that feel like me and I think suit me. I'm coming close to the camera so you can see them. And these, I feel like, are my soul glasses. I think I finally found, I think I have quite a big face, and that's okay. I enjoy my face. But most of the time when I put on glasses, it feels like the glasses are shrinking into my face. Do you know what I mean? They feel like I am trying on child's glasses for most normal adult glasses, because I just have quite a big face. So getting big bold glasses that I really enjoy and I feel like personally suit me quite well has been such a joy, and also buying them from a smaller brand. So these are from Cubits, which are a small branch that are just in London, but they do them online as well. I don't live in London and I order from them, and they are B Corp certified and they do loads of really sensible stuff around the way they make their glasses as well, and I just bloody adore them. These are the Matildas and these are the original glasses that I got, and I felt like every time I put them on, I just felt so much like myself. And even when I wasn't wearing makeup or I was wearing a more boring outfit, I still felt like I was my bold, colourful self. You know what I mean? And also because I have to wear glasses all the time, I found that I was straining my eyes a lot because I don't know if you've noticed in these videos, I've been wearing my glasses more in videos because I like how I look in them, and I don't mind that they might be a little bit reflective and bother people, because I realised, and again, this is something I have to drill into myself, like they are like a medical assistant, like that my eyesight is important, and the less I wear my glasses, the worse my eyesight is, and the more distracted I am when I'm making videos as well, because I can't see myself on the screen or I can't read my notes. And just being able to wear my glasses all the time and feel like myself, rather than feeling like I have to take them off when I want to look pretty or put together, has been really, like, genuinely a bit, like, important for me. That sounds really silly, but, like, it genuinely, these glasses have changed my mindset about myself by taking the time and also letting myself spend a little bit of money on finding a pair that I'm genuinely really happy with. I recently got these treated. They did this for free, actually, Cubits. They made my glasses matte instead of shiny, so they might look a little bit different to they do in the original videos where I've been wearing them when I'm walking around the forest and stuff. And I'm even happier with them now. They don't reflect as much on camera, and as this is my job, I guess that's kind of important. But yeah, these are my glasses, and I'm really, really glad I spent money on them. I'm so glad that a year after having these ones, I decided to get an extra pair in a different colour. So these are my lavender ones, which kind of don't close my face off as much, I think, and they're slightly easier to see out of, but they're also brilliant, and they go with everything that these don't go with. I tried to find two contrasting colours that I felt had completely different vibes so that they went with my outfits, and as they are like literally a medical assistant, I think maybe having two pairs is sensible, because if I break one I can't see, and I do have like quite an extreme prescription, so they are kind of important. So letting myself, especially because I wasn't spending money on clothes at that point, I was like, I think it's okay to buy two bits of medical assistance for yourself and have a backup. You know? And on that note as well, I ended up buying a prescription pair of sunglasses that are light reactive, so that they don't look like sunglasses like now, but if I go out in the sun, they are sunglasses. And that again has been a medical miracle for me, because I stopped getting headaches in the summer because I actually have prescription sunglasses, which again I think might have been normal for people, but it just never occurred to me that I should be wearing sunglasses in the sun if I've got a headache. Or sometimes I just buy really cheap sunglasses and wear those, but then I wouldn't be able to actually see where I was going. Chaos demon. Don't know how it's taken me till 34 to work out that maybe if you've got a visual impairment, you're allowed to spend a little bit of money making sure that that works well. But these are my glasses, and I'm really happy with them. I'll leave a link below if you want to look at Cubits glasses in general, or this particular design. They start at about £150, including the lenses, which is really decent and very comparable to Specsavers or anywhere I was going before. In fact, much cheaper than some of my local opticians I've been going to. So yeah, that's just a signal that it doesn't have to be your glasses. Like, there might be another permanent part of your appearance that you would want to think about carefully. But I think as well, having that long-term vision about your personal style and choosing it has, I don't know, been really positive for me. The next one, she says, unsheathing herself, is tattoos. I won't spend loads of time talking about this in this video because I've talked about this on the channel several times before. I have a video about why I'm not worried about regretting my tattoos, and I also have one about why tattoos are the antithesis to fast fashion. But I have been covering my arms a little bit more in tattoos in my 30s, and it's been making me really happy. And it also means that because I've picked these bits of art that I know I'm going to love forever, even when I'm wearing something really plain or I'm not really happy with my outfit, having my tattoos on show kind of dispels that need for new things or thrills, because I just feel like I have this permanent style statement on me that makes me feel like me even when I'm wearing something that's like not something I'm excited about or something that I've worn a million times. Like, it always feels a little bit more customized to me when I have my tattoos out, and I just feel like it's this kind of wonderful homage to permanent style that I really, really enjoy. And I got this tattoo finished in the year of Make Do, and that again probably would have been money that I would have spent on clothes, that instead I was paying a wonderful independent artist that went straight directly into her pocket, that I was really happy with, rather than giving it to some kind of god-awful conglomerate who's trying to sink this ship called humanity. So that's great as well. Another thing that wasn't included in my year of Make Do was shoes. Now, I don't have much room for storage for shoes, so I don't own like loads of pairs of shoes, but the shoes that I do have, I'm really happy with. And I think that when you have shoes that you're contented with, here are some of my favorite pairs, you can make any outfit look like you. And I feel like, again, when I haven't been sure how to style something in a new way, switching out the shoes I was wearing was really great. And shoes are something that are so easy to buy secondhand as well. So I think I only bought one pair of shoes during the year of Make Do. I bought these ones and I love them. They're very Wicked-esque. And because I just bought that one thing, it made about 12 of my outfits feel new and fancy and like I hadn't worn them before, and they were like a great joy for me. So again, I think investing in shoes, especially if you invest in shoes that are repairable, they can last way longer than like fabric clothes ever could, and you can have them resoled and rehealed. And I just think that I'm happy to put my money into the shoe category of my wardrobe much more than I am the other categories. And also because, it's important to have shoes that fit you and are comfortable, because again, it's kind of like a medical problem if they're not. The next category is tools, and this is something that I've only really started thinking about recently, because I sold a lot of my clothes on Vinted and I decided to put that money towards a secondhand Dyson Airwrap. Yes, I am that influencer. I feel like Dyson paid a lot of influencers a few years ago to promote these, and I saw them and I was like, well, those aren't for me because I don't style my hair. I am not a person who styles their hair. But then I started looking into ways that I could treat my hair, like heat treat my hair without damaging it as much. And actually, because Dyson has like way more like temperature settings on here and also a cool shot, it was just the one that was reviewed the best for not damaging your hair because it doesn't get as hot. And I was like, actually, that's kind of important for me. And since getting this, I got it secondhand off eBay for less than half of the price of them new, but it works perfectly. I feel like something that I was very insecure about is my hair and the thickness of it, because I have PCOS and I believe that it has been and potentially is still thinning quite a lot. I realized now I've like cut down on like the kind of new rotation of clothes coming into my life, that I was thinking more about what is it that I don't like about myself when I look in the mirror and I feel like I need to buy a new outfit. And one of the things was my hair. So learning how to style my hair in a way that I like, in a way that doesn't damage it as much, and having the tool that can help me do that with all the different fixtures on it I've only had this for like a month, but it's genuinely been the joy of my life. How tragic is that? I've never liked heat styling my hair with a hairdryer because the sound really stresses me out. I don't know what it is, but I can't think of anything less pleasant than using a hairdryer on my hair. And this is much quieter and less like abrasive on my ears. So I have actually been enjoying drying my hair. So that's good as well. I didn't realise how stressed I was out about hairdryers, but I only used hairdryers like once a year because I was like, ah. But yeah, having tools that you can style the permanent aspects of yourself with is also something that's good, especially if you can get the actual tools secondhand and save them from landfill. It's a big tick from me. But yeah, can't believe sometimes the hype is right. How humbling. How humbling. For you, that might not be a heat styling tool. I'm not saying it has to be. It could be like the everyday earrings that you wear all the time, like getting one pair that you can wear every single day that you're really happy with. It could be like, if you have facial hair, it could be like a beard trimmer or something that makes you feel really like polished and sharp and something that can last you a very, very long time. It could be like your nails. If your nails are something that you feel like are quite vital towards your personal style, getting a setup where you can do that at home in a way that you're really happy with. Anything like that. Let me know if there are other examples of that below, because I know it's not going to be heat styling tools for everybody. That one thing that you think makes your style pop, like the thing that people might notice when they first look at you, or you notice when you first look at you. And if you want to give that more attention and like really think in a considered way about how to make that part of your styling journey easier, I think is very good and much more worthwhile, especially if you can save things from landfill like this. Genius. And then finally, mending tools. I have this little darning loom that I got off eBay for like £8. My friend Sana taught me how to darn on this loom. I know you can darn without a loom, but I enjoy the loom life. What can I say? This has been a really great addition to my life, and I'm always darning socks. In fact, I think I'm wearing a darned sock today. Yes, I am. Read it and weep. Because I wasn't allowed to buy socks, and I'm still not allowed to buy socks as part of my year of make do, I have been darning all the socks I own, and it's been a little joy of my life. And this feels like a once in a lifetime investment. I'm going to keep you forever. And then the other one, which I can't find at the moment, I swear I've got it, is a jumper pillar shaver thing. They're like little electric rechargeable tools, and you can like take all the pilling off your jumpers and t-shirts and stuff to make them look new again. And again, these are very inexpensive. I feel like everybody should have one, and when you feel like your clothes are like tired or they don't look new anymore, sometimes they just need a little shave. And then they're back to normal. So that's another thing that I always encourage people to spend money on if they have it, rather than spending their money on new clothes that might not work for them, is finding tools that will help you keep your clothes longer and mend them and feel like they're in their best condition for as long as possible, which again will quell the need to get new stuff because you feel like it's new for longer. Thank you so much for watching. Which pair of glasses do you prefer on me? We've got lilac, red, or yellow. Let me know in the comments below. If you are also doing a year of make do and you'd like some pals to go along with you, we have a Discord server on my Patreon where everybody is showing their makes and their learnings all the time. It's a lovely little community. And if you join my Patreon, you also get a podcast from me every week where I just ramble at you. And there's literally like hundreds of them now. So if you'd like that on in the background while you mend your clothes or dry your hair or do your nails, then that's all on offer on Patreon. I'll leave the links below. Thank you so much for watching. I want to hear what your permanent style tips are, or what makes you feel like you that isn't just clothes. And I'll see you in my next one. Frog Snog out.